feels as though we've seen far too many videos like this. Just the day before your son was shot, we saw one out of Baton Rouge. We've seen so many videos like this, certainly in my line of work, but this one, I have to tell you, is different. And in part, it's because his girlfriend was live streaming it. And so you saw her reaction, you saw her 4-year-old daughter.
No, it's different because now the cops can't lie. If she wasn't live streaming it, they would have set her up.
Have you spoken to his girlfriend?
No.
We can't locate her. No one knows where she is. The last time I saw her is when my daughter and I came up on the scene, and she was in the back seat of the Falcon House Police Department's police car, and they wouldn't even let us get close enough to her to even talk with her.
I wonder why they can't find her, y'all.
But you came up on the scene, Mrs. Castile, because you had seen this unfolding? How did you know what was happening?
No, we were getting phone calls, and my daughter was screaming in the house, and I was like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? And the live stream was going on. I personally didn't see it, but I knew something was going on. And they were saying they were at Laboratory and Rice, but then they were saying you could see a Falcon Heights sign.
Yeah.
So I knew immediately that it had to be Laboratory and Snelling. And we rode up on the incident, and we couldn't get to her to talk to her. We were stopped by the police, and I asked them where was my son at.
I hope this sister is all right. We know what they do to black women in custody. Just ask Sandra Bland.
To die alone.
And what was the answer to where your son was?
First it was, I don't know. And then the sergeant that was there at the site, he came back and told me that he was at Hennepin County Medical. And I said, well, why did you take him there? Why didn't you just take him down to Regents Hospital? Because I thought that was a little bit closer than Minneapolis. But by the time we got to Hennepin County, he was already deceased. And they didn't let me see my son's body.
At all.
At all.
After we see shootings like this, you often see people take to the streets. You see protests. We've seen some of that already happening in Baton Rouge.
Let me tell you something, everybody. What
do you want to see happen?
I would like to see justice.
That's all we want is justice.
That's all we want is justice.
Justice
because,
for
like I
Philando.
said, he didn't deserve to be shot down like that.
No, not like that.
I couldn't believe it. I could never phantom in my life. I did everything right as a parent. I made sure my kids understood the difference in being law-abiding, and that the police were there to help. I never once in my life would have thought that my son would actually be killed by the persons that are supposed to protect and serve him. And he is legitimate all the way across the board.